Emeka is so mean. I'm trying to wonder what exactly did Big Joe do to him that he is this mean to him. I mean, we hear his thoughts, saying that he's going to make sure that he isolates Big Joe from every other person and make sure that he dies slowly without anybody coming to rescue him, and he will be the only one to be there to watch him die. I don't know why. Anyway, that's how Mr. Aloy's characters can be, because in this particular episode, Jonathan can capture the fact that Emeka is not giving him the right advice, because in this episode Emeka contradicts himself, and it should have been a pointer to the fact that he is a bad friend. But no, he mentions it to Jonathan that Ken is the bad friend. How is he the bad friend? That the organization where Mr. Ken works employed new people, and he never mentioned it to Big Joe, and he never helps him to get the job. We are waiting to see when Big Joe will call Mr. Ken to confirm if that is true or not. That apart, we see him, Emeka and Debby, yes, that's Clara's friend, plotting their next move. And what will be their next move? Their next move is that they're going to make Clara a walking corpse, a living corpse. They're not going to kill her, but they'll make sure that they drag her into the mud. That is another one. Then another thing that happened in this thing that is very remarkable is that the hotel manager is nowhere to be found. You know that this hotel manager is the only link to the perpetrators of this evil act that happened between Mr. Hanks and Benny. Now they have silenced him, but I have there's this suspicion around those men that Debby hired to carry out that task. Those men didn't tell her the truth. I can see a kind of mischief around them, that what they have said they didn't do. And if that be the case, there is no way that the accusation finger will not point to them and pick them up, because we all, like the fans of Mr. Aloy, we have been hammering on it that let the perpetrators of this evil in this series be brought to book. Other series that we've watched, the culprits usually go scot-free, but we want to see to it that these people that do these things do not go scot-free, because these are elements even in our larger society. We cannot be projecting them as people that do evil and go scot-free. All right, at least we should be teaching us how to get to them. And then another thing that happened in this episode is that the landlord has asked Jonathan to leave the house, to quit. He has given the Jonathan quit notice because he doesn't pay for waste, he doesn't pay for water, he doesn't pay for anything in the estate, and he already knows that his wife already left, and there's no way he'll be able to renew rent when the rent expires. So the landlord wants him out. So you see, it's a whole lot in this episode, and we are watching to see what happens at the end of the day. Remember, this is When Marriage Becomes a Nightmare, episode 35. Remember to like my Facebook page, follow my Facebook page, subscribe to my YouTube channel to know when new episode drops and when new review drops. Thank you and God bless you. Bye.